Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Chris Cooper, known as the Channel Guy Trader, and I'm reporting to you live from Wall Street Trading's Miami office down in sunny South Florida. Today's date is Friday, July the 19th, 2013, and here is today's midday market update brought to you by WallStreetTrading.com. I want to first off by taking a look to see how the indices are trading for the session so far. The Dow's down 30, close to 33 points here. The Nasdaq's down 30. The Russell's down 2. The S&P's down close to 2. We take a look at the commodities here. The gold via the GLD's up 94 cents. Gold miners, the GDX is up 53 cents. JJC copper is up 8 cents. Silver, SLV is up 8 cents. Crude oil was positive, but it has turned negative on the day now via the USO's down 20 cents. And a couple of key sectors on the top of the list from change from open on the ETF list we have here. XBI, biotechs are doing some action today to the top side. Amgen, I believe, is one of them. XLV, healthcare, XHB, home builders are strong today. Gold miners are up on the top of the change from open list now. XLE's at the top, TLT's at the top, MOO, agriculture sector. At the bottom of the list, we have the VXX. The VXX gapped up, and then they've been selling that volatility off as the markets have been floating higher. USO was positive, like I said, and now it went negative as well. Semiconductors, technology stocks, coal stocks started up positive, had a nice little move to the top side. We'll talk about those shortly because we did trade WLT today, and retail. So there's definitely some action out there. Let's go ahead and take a look at the charts, starting off with our closing prices charts. You can see that the ES, nice little uptrend today. Took a little bit of time, but you can see it was making these higher. It was making these higher pivot lows here, higher pivot low closing prices, and now it's just trading sideways above the 1682 level. That looks pretty good. The Nasdaq was weak today. We talked about yesterday and after the bell market summary right up on the website to look at the Nasdaq, as we probably expect some more selling pressure in the Nasdaq, and that's happening right now thanks to the Google earnings report from yesterday, and I believe you had Google, Microsoft. ISRG got smashed down pretty good. I'm not sure if that's in the Nasdaq though, but some weak technology stocks. Let's see here. YM, the Dow. This one's a little bit choppy. I'm pretty sure if you're trading the Dow Jones, you're having a headache today. This one's you can see there's really no clear trend. This one's just choppy action there. The Russell 2000 is showing some relative strength today. All right, had a nice little dip down, and then that one gave you a nice little clean move to the top side. Let's go ahead and take a look at the ETFs here, starting off the SPY 15-minute chart. You can see we're in a nice little downward channel now. Got this high, this low. You got those 3 points to draw the channel. We held that bottom of the channel today, rallied to the top. They sold it off right there. So if you don't have this channel on your chart, put this channel on your chart so you can use this as a roadmap. If we continue moving to the downside here off of this little hit, we're going to be expecting to move back down towards the bottom of the channel, which could take the market possibly back down to the lows. So you want to be on the lookout for that. If we break over that top of the channel, we break over this little pivot high, we'll be breaking back over the previous day's close and going back positive, and that can cause a nice little rally in the market as well. So keep that on watch. The Nasdaq, the triple Qs here, you can see a gap down, pretty much just trading sideways, holding 74.40. You want to watch this range of the opening price and the lows of the day there. Could if it catches a bit, it could move back just toward the top of the range, but nothing too crazy there. Also could break down. If it breaks down, the next level you want to watch on this here is going to be, let's see, it's going to be up down towards, let's see here, support down there at 74.27. Then if we break below that, we have some gap fill action, which I'm not sure if that's going to happen today. IWM, the Russell 2000 here, gap down a little bit, sold off, held previous day's opening price, which is this blue dotted line right here. Then it's rallied up back positive. Now it's back negative again. Just nice little ABC move could be in play here potentially for a move up towards these 104s. If not, look for a move back down towards the lows, 103.80. We'll see how that plays out. Today's options expiration, so most of the money's probably been made today for the morning, and some of these stocks are just going to chop around. So you want to be careful of that. Let's take a look now at the Russell. Let's take a look now at the S&P 500 futures, which is what we track in the room to trade our stocks here. ES, nice little move overnight, just another solid uptrend. I was telling one of the guys on Facebook that he was actually expecting the market to roll over, and I said, hey, on days where we usually have no economic data coming out, especially on a Friday, I usually like to float the market, especially with the sentiment that we have going on right now and the bullish tone we have in the markets right now. And that's exactly what's happening. They're just floating the markets higher. And some stocks are giving you some nice momentum trades, and others are just kind of hanging around, as they're probably going to try to pin some of those stocks today. Um, ES 50-minute chart broke the little downtrend line, held above that downtrend line with these little hammer wicks coming in, gave you a buy trigger over 1682. We hit a high at 1685.75. Yesterday's highs was 1688, so we're about 6.5 points or so from those highs from yesterday. And in the 5-minute chart, this thing helped us out a little bit here. On the 5-minute chart, let me take off the studies real quick. You can see a nice little upward channel on the chart here. This is what we were using as a gauge to kind of measure the momentum. And you see you got this little low, this high, and this low. You can draw a nice little upward channel. All right, they did a nice little shakeout below that channel going into the open. Same way they did the nice little shake up to the top of the channel down there. And then you can see we started holding, trading in this little range. All right, and then they held the bottom of the channel. Then they broke the top of the channel. We rallied up, pulled back. Top of the channel held a support, and that's your nice little move to the top side. And now they're just chopping it around. But it looks like we're trading in a range between 1682. Actually, 1682 is the support level you want to be working off right now if you're tracking the ES. All right, you can see this is a nice little base down here at 1682. Prior resistance, now support, and top resistance 1684.5 will be the target if we start catching a bid back toward the top of the range. So let's talk about some stocks here. What are some stocks we were trading today? Well, starting off with the first trade we took today for the morning session, which you can find all the trades out. You can see how we entered the trades and everything on our Facebook company page, Wall Street Trading. First trade was GE. I believe they missed on the revenue, but they beat on the bottom line by a penny. Whatever the case was, the investors and the traders are bullish on the stock. Gave us a nice trigger to get long right here over the highs of 24.30. We got long around 24.35, I believe it was, and we sold some up here at 24.70. A little bit early because it went to 24.95, but you can't catch it all. At the same time, this one is probably setting up for another move to the top side. You want to watch those 24.60s and see if they can hold those levels there. All right, then top of the range is 24.95. 50-minute chart. You can see it has some nice support down here as well at that level, and potentially setting up a nice little bull flag here. So keep an eye on that one. 60-minute chart, just chopping around up here near the highs. What else? We traded some SWKS. They had earnings. They beat on the bottom line and the top line and guided higher. The stock had a key level up there at 25 though, so they sold it at 25, but we were able to participate in this move right here over the 24.40s. And that one worked out pretty well. You can find that on the Facebook page. The stock's looking kind of dead now, so we're probably not going to go into the name. It looks like it may try to sell off, though, because you have this nice little sell-off, and they have this little sideways action. But if it holds this 24 level, which is a key level, to see if it could catch a bid back to the top side. The other stock we traded here was this WLT. All right, this one gave a nice little move for us to get long. This one gave a nice move for us to get long at 14.05. We got long at 14.05. And it ran all the way up to 14.32. Some guys in the chat room were able to get some off up there, but me personally, I wasn't. I had stepped away from my desk, and when I got back, it was back at my break-even price. So I just took out it for a flat. But some of these coal stocks, they've been in play. We've been tracking these things for the past couple of weeks here. So if you've been listening to our videos and watching our analysis, you guys should be watching these names. They're beating up stocks, but at the same time they're depressed buys. So you maybe have some value investors or some institutions looking to start accumulating these names down here, especially if the dollar starts declining. All these hard asset stocks that have been getting beaten down in the basic material sector are going to start getting bought up. Last trade we took, which worked out pretty well, which we're not in anymore, which we should be still in this stock, but we're not, is Schlumberger. All right, this stock gave you a nice little tight range right here of a quarter. Was holding, let me see if I get the chart right. One second. Let's see here. I was holding a nice little support level down here around 81.80. You can see resistance, tight little range right here around 82.05. Once it broke over 82.05, we got involved right here. And then you had a seller that was holding down the price action at 82.18. You had him refreshing on the offer on the level 2. All right, and once he lifted those 82.18s, this stock just took off, and we caught that momentum trade. Gave you a nice little consolidation to get involved again, and now it's off. Our original target was 83, but once it started showing some, once the tape started slowing down, we took the shares off right here, and then we never got back involved. But overall, we were, 3 for 4 on our trades, and we're up pretty nice for the day here. All the traders in the room, some of the traders took the trades that followed. They're pretty well. And that's about it, folks. If you guys want to check out some more information, go to our Facebook page, Wall Street Trading. If you're interested in joining our prop firm, contact me at ccooper@wallstreettrading.com. And if you're interested in taking our education course, that's up and ready to go. We actually have some people signed up now. We're doing a class August the 10th at the Miami office. At the same time, if you're not, we plan on doing a webinar. If you're not in Miami, we plan on doing a webinar uh, in August as well. So that's about it, folks. Have a great day. Catch you guys for the weekend review, which will be out Saturday evening or so. Cheers. Peace.